everyone, Jon Markee here, your Builder CPA, and today I want to address a question I get often from new clients, which is, why does accounting cleanup take so damn long? Oh my goodness, when is it going to be over? How many months is it going to take to clean up this mess? Trust me, I'm just as frustrated as anyone else, and I want the cleanup process to go as fast as possible. Let me flip this on its head and ask you a question. If you have a homeowner that comes to you with a half-built home and they say they're unhappy with their builder and they want you to take over, how do you approach that situation? Do you A, say, sure, no problem, I'll just sign the same agreement that they had? Do you B, say, okay, but it'll cost you, we're billing sky high because we don't want to touch anyone else's mess? Or C, do you just say no altogether? So that's the same situation accountants are facing when they take on a new client who is a mess. So most clients come to us with some level of cleanup needed, and the depth of these issues often goes back months or even years. I often use the metric of, hey, dear client, how long has this mess been going on? Chances are, if you hire a middle of the road accountant or bookkeeper to try and fix it for you, it's going to take about half as long as it's been a mess. Yeah, you heard that right. So if you're sitting on 5 years of mess, it's probably going to take 2.5 years to clean up. So while it seems like it should not take nearly as long to fix those mistakes as it did to make them, the reality is that uncovering and correcting errors requires a lot of investigation and a lot of thorough reconciliation. It is way faster to enter transactions correctly the first time than it is to come back later and fix mistakes. And it's even slower when you're fixing someone else's mistakes who you don't know how they work, you don't know their tendencies, you don't know anything about them. So in the case where we have a new client who ripped out their old accountant or bookkeeper without any, any settling period, it's gonna take a lot of time, investigation, and cost. So it is proportionate to the time investment of how you got to this place. So think about how far back your accounting problems go. It's realistically going to take about half, maybe a third. If you get a really well-qualified accountant who understands your business, they'll probably be able to get it done in a few months, but that's going to come at a cost. You have to find the right fit, someone who has capacity to do this. If you just go to Upwork and try to hire another middle of the road bookkeeper, you're just kicking the can down the road and potentially exposing yourself to more issues later on. One of the ways that you can judge a good accountant and your experience with them is how structured their onboarding or kickstart or cleanup process is. Before you engage with a new accountant, you want to ask them what their process is for getting you cleaned up. And if it's just, oh, we'll dive in and see where it goes, let's schedule a meeting, and touch base every week, I don't have a good feeling about that. You want someone who's gonna attack with a plan. So like me, I do accounts payable, accounts receivable, then we try to look at the chart of accounts, then we start looking at the financial statements and seeing what adjustments we can do to the chart of accounts. Ultimately, we do reconciliations, and then finally, we should be able to put the whole thing to bed when we issue financial reports for the period that needed cleaning up. So there's a lot of long-term benefits to doing it the right way. Although the cleanup might seem slow, the long-term benefits are substantial. Accurate financial records provide a solid foundation for informed decision-making, informed financial health, compliance with regulatory requirements. Investing time in thorough cleanup now is going to save you a lot of future headaches later on down the road. So I know that it's frustrating for all of us. Probably no one is more frustrated than the accountants who have to do the cleanup, especially if they're working on someone else's half-built home, for my example. So try to have patience, be realistic about your expectations. Know that if you don't have the right accountant, it's going to take half as long to fix as it did to break. So I hope that helps. Thanks for watching and have a great day.